why right off the bat you're taking on somebody as talented as Miesha Tate? Why not take an interim fight beforehand, but taking on her seems to be a big challenge for you, certainly.
It's absolutely a challenge, but the way that I've kind of mentally taken my whole career is to make sure and take the challenges that are ahead of me. And the reason why I'm sitting here right now with the belt is because I took the challenge ahead of me when they said Ronda's next. A lot of people didn't think I was ready, and I thought, you know what? This is the opportunity that's next, and I don't want to run from it. So this is the opportunity that's next for me. It's Miesha Tate, and she's a totally different fighter. She's very good in the scrambles, and she's technically had more ring experience than Ronda. So there's just different things that she brings to the table, and it is a huge challenge for me. But that's the way I like to go. I want to feel like I'm up against the best because that's what brings out the best in me.
I know you would have taken the rematch against Ronda Rousey if that had been presented to you first, but do you like this idea of being able to have a fight that's your night, it's writing a new chapter in your brand, and it's not necessarily going straight to revisiting something that you've already done?
You know, I was open to a rematch with Ronda. I just wanted whatever opportunity was going to come. You know, I think that this is definitely even more of a challenging way to go. There's a lot of pressure behind it. I think there's a lot of anticipation of what I'm going to do after the last fight. You know, there's a lot of high expectations, and you know, who wants to be a one-hit wonder, right? So I want to be able to still perform and do well. A lot of people are, oh, you're so excited, you made it to the top, and that's one fight, but every fight still is something to want to get better and do well at. I still feel like I'm climbing. I don't ever want to feel like I'm at the top. If the rematch would have come with Ronda, that's what I would have focused on. And I think another thing that's just worked for me, one fight at a time. I'm going to focus on it. When the fight was with Ronda, that's what I focused on. Now it's Miesha, that's what I'm going to focus on. If the rematch would have been like a for sure thing that it was going to come sooner than later, that would have been what was going to happen. But the fight with Miesha is here, so honestly, the whole thought of the rematch with Ronda isn't even on my mind anymore because that's not where my focus should be anyway.
You beat Ronda beat Miesha, so odds look like they're in your favor, but styles make fights. And what do you think about Miesha's style that could give you problems and vice versa?
That's absolutely right. Styles make fights. Every fight is different. And, you know, I think that it's a different game plan. And we're just going to really zero in on this game plan. She reaches for a lot of things in scrambles and in different scenarios. She's headstrong throughout an entire fight. She's been through more battles, so she's got, you know, a lot of that kind of, she's got that experience in there in fights where she's been, you know, even, you know, digging deep and coming out on top. And to me, I think that's more of a threat in a fighter when you know they've been through a battle.
And then as far as you, what problems might you pose for her?
I think that one thing that our camp is so good about is putting together a right game plan for every fighter. And this is going to be a whole different fight than the one with Ronda. We're going to train completely different because this is a completely different fighter.
You know, obviously before the fight, Ronda famously said that you wouldn't enjoy the championship lifestyle. It wasn't for you. It's been a busy one for you. How has the championship lifestyle been so far?
It's been fine. Got to meet a lot of new people, and then I also got to go home and hang out with my friends who've been there from day one. That's my priority is, you know, my family and my friends that have supported me the whole way. So, but I love to be able to meet new people, get to know them behind the screen or behind the sport. You know, got to meet some athletes, got to meet some, you know, actors, actresses. It was awesome to be able to meet them, and it was also good to go home and kind of have quiet time with my friends too. So, I think it's just a balance to keep.
No, you're focused on Miesha at this point right now, but a lot of people are talking about the rematch. They want to see the rematch. Do you feel like the rematch is something that has to happen at some point in your career, or if, you know, she hangs it up or goes and does Hollywood, or, you know, things go different ways, do you feel like you said what you need to say in that performance?
For me, I want to keep fighting, and if Ronda wants to come back and that's her passion, great. And if she wants to stay in movies, great. I mean, I think that I would rather meet someone in the cage when they're passionate about it. I don't want it to be because they feel like they have to or because it's expected or other people are curious about it. It's it's Ronda's life. I want her to do what she wants to do. There was in my whole boxing career, Layla Ali kind of ended short of what a lot of people thought. They used to always ask me, what do you think about that? I think she should stick around and fight and prove this or prove that. Well, if she doesn't want to fight, I don't want to watch her fight. I don't want to watch a fighter get in there that's not passionate about it. So if Ronda wants to fight, awesome. If she wants to go under different avenues of her life, great. Whatever.
Thank you, ladies.